Alright, day 12. Today we're talking about the importance of protein, okay? I want to dive into specifically why it's important, okay? So firstly, right, protein is the most satiating macronutrient compared to carbs and fats. So you're going to be much more full after you eat, protein compared to carbs and fats, right? Secondly, protein also has a higher TEF. So we spoke about this in the metabolism module. So thermic effect of food. The amount of TEF in protein is 20 to 30%. So that means that if you're consuming 100 calories worth of protein, only 70 to 80% of that is the net calories that you have actually consumed, right? Because it took 20 to 30% of it to actually process it, compared to 5 to 10% for carbs and 0 to 3% for fats. So you can see you're getting much more bang out of your caloric buck from eating protein. Okay, eating protein also helps you to increase lean body mass, which is very important, what we are after. When it comes to, getting the physique changes that you're after, we really want to put on as much muscle mass as we can. Okay, so eating your protein is going to facilitate this process, right? And the last thing is that, protein is really, really difficult to convert to body fat, right? Compared to carbs even, right? Protein is the hardest, followed by carbs, which is also pretty hard to convert to body fat. And the easiest is actually fat itself. If you think about it, basically you're intaking in fat, right? And your body doesn't really need to process the fat. It kind of just stores it if you're in a surplus. So just something to realize that if you're ever going to overeat anything, right, I'm going to be completely okay if you're going to overeat protein, because it's just that important and it's just that hard for you to convert that into body fat. Okay, some easy tips to increase your protein intake. The first thing is to start your day with a high protein breakfast. Okay, whether that's 30 to 50 grams of protein in that breakfast, that's going to be a great way to kickstart your day. Okay, the second thing is whatever protein sources you currently are eating. Say you're having a chicken thigh at lunch every day, right? And that's maybe 100 grams of chicken thigh. Rather than having just 100 grams, have 150 grams. That's already, increasing your protein by quite a substantial amount. A couple of other ways that can help include, buying a protein powder, right? A good protein powder, and, supplementing with that. If you're not able to reach your protein goal, completely with whole food sources, right? Then, you can include protein shakes into the mix as well. I think the main idea with eating protein is that, you want to, really start to incorporate protein into every single meal that you are having. The more times and the more frequently you're able to make this a habit, right, is going to be more beneficial for you. And from a muscle building point of view, right, to keep your muscle protein synthesis rates high, what you want to do is to make sure that you are consuming protein 3 to 5 times a day. If you can spread that out across the day, that will be the most ideal for you before and after your training as well. And yeah, that's just a couple of tips around, why protein is important and how you can go about increasing that daily already.